Hey, I'm here with Chelsea Keller of A. Daniel Company. Chelsea, tell me a little bit about what you do and for how long you've been doing it.
Great. A Daniel company provides applied behavior analysis services, often referred to as ABA. The field of ABA is most commonly applied to the autism population. We work with individuals with autism or related developmental disabilities, and we provide a evidence-based behavioral approach to enhancing the quality of life. So we help with those really challenging behaviors and obstacles that people with special needs often face. And we also get to teach them a lot of replacement skills and life skills to give them an enriched quality of life. We work with their families, their teachers, everybody in their life. We work with them to help them learn the best way to work with that individual. I've been in the field for about 10 years now, going on 11 years, and I've been board certified for 7 years since 2015.
Awesome. So where do you want to take your company long term?
Long term, long term, I would love to open a group home for adults with special needs. I have a brother who's older than me who lives in a group home. He has severe autism, who has kind of inspired my career, inspired my company. His name is Daniel. And I consult right now mostly for children. Early intervention is the market for what we do. All of the evidence points to intervening as the brain is developing. It has the most longstanding effects. However, people with special needs grow up, they become adults, and they still need support. Oftentimes, they're a lot less cute when they're adults. So the amount of support there is lacking. And I would love to eventually have my company evolve to be able to also consult with that population. I am yet to have experience in that area. So hopefully that's where I'm headed.
Awesome. Awesome.
Yeah. Yeah.
So who is the target market for your business? Who do you help?
Mostly, right now, I currently mostly support schools and parents of children with or without disabilities, but really just children who display some behavioral challenges with maybe other peers, they don't get along, or communication. I also help, the target area is early childhood autism and related disabilities most commonly. However, something that my company is a little bit different. I offer services to families and individuals that don't have autism as well.
Okay. Okay. Great. So tell me about one mistake or lesson that you've learned that other business owners or entrepreneurs could learn from, irregardless of their industry.
So one thing I've learned is it's exciting to open your own business. It's very exciting to take your own venture and be your own boss. And I have learned that it's okay and often necessary to slow down in answering questions. So when I'm speaking with consumers or speaking with people who are interested in my services, I feel compelled to answer their questions right away. Sometimes those questions are along the lines of service modality or compensation rates. And my advice would be it's okay to pause and say, let me think about that and get back to you.
Yeah.
And really have that chance to think about the decisions you're going to make and what you're going to say without having all of your adrenaline kind of running your mouth, so to
Yeah.
speak.
Yeah. That's very good advice. Very good
Yes.
advice. So tell me about a coach or a mentor that has made a difference in your life and why.
As far as like a mentor or a coach, I would say the most influential person was my graduate research advisor. In our field, you have to go to graduate school, and you often have to pursue a line of research because our field predominantly is based on science, and so you have to experience that science in order to obtain your certification. And it can be a very scary process because you're learning the black and whites of a science, right? Like an independent variable and a dependent variable, and it's cause and effect. And we live in a world that's not so black and white. So making that jump from school where things are black and white to actually working in somebody's home or working in a classroom is very different. And my graduate research advisor was very supportive, and he was made it a very safe place to learn and make mistakes. And he also was a very big coach in how to navigate imposter syndrome, which I think is something that's very common amongst young entrepreneurs. And I would say he's been the most influential in that.
Yeah, that's awesome. So tell me a little bit about what the future looks like for A. Daniel and what are some challenges you see moving forward?
So the future looks bright. Hopefully, I'm trying to keep my eye on the prize. I think that my main challenges will be time. I think maintaining the work-life balance is really important to me as an individual, but it's also very important to me that the individuals and families that I work with receive a high quality of care. And so far in the past 10 years, I have learned how easy it is to dismiss my own well-being in order to maintain that quality. I think as the business expands and grows and the demand becomes larger, that's going to be a big challenge. So far, I'm a brand new company owner. I just opened a few months ago, but that's what I anticipate to date.
Yeah, that's great advice. Maintaining personal care and making sure that you feel good and are up to your standards before you take care of others is really the way
Exactly.
to do that.
Yeah.
Awesome. So, what is one thing you would recommend to a young person starting their first business today?
Um, ensure that you have a village, both a professional support system and a personal support system. I have found that I have a number of colleagues in my field, both at my level and at an advanced level, and even at a lesser level, that I have found myself reaching out to for their advice or their perspective on decisions that I might make for the company. And it's also been very helpful to have a personal network of people that are aware of what I'm doing. They might not know the means of my career or exactly what I do for a living, but having that support system to walk you through all of the scary things and the anxieties and the leap of faith you take financially in quitting your job and starting your own business.
Yeah. Surround yourself with people that want to see you succeed.
Exactly. Exactly.
Yeah. So, what is the best way for people to get in touch with you or learn more about A. Daniel Company?
The best way would be through my website, which hasn't dropped yet, but it will drop soon, which will have my phone number, my email address. And that's the best way to really learn about the company and reach out to me. And then, right now my modality is face to face. So it's just me. And I believe kind of in that interpersonal relationship is necessary. So finding out information, you can consult the website, but then if somebody's interested, I definitely recommend reaching out to me personally for a phone call or a home visit or just an in-person conversation to really make sure that there's a good understanding of what I can provide and what I could offer.
Perfect. Well, I'll put all that in the description so people can easily reference it.
Okay.
So, last question is, what most inspires you as you move forward today?
What most inspires me? Well, my brother's the biggest inspiration. So my brother is 36 years old. When he was younger than the age of 5, the field that I operate in was not um, was not widely established, and there were not services available for the general public. And so, with all of the research to date, you know, it's empirically supported that those crucial years 0 to 5 and intervention during that time is what is going to have the most longstanding effects. And I find that my brother and witnessing his challenges that he has today due to not having those interventions really propels me in providing the quality of care that I want to provide and really gives me that ambition to help those families. Kind of, my brother's a wonderful person, but if he were to have more life skills, more enrichment skills, more communication skills, he would be a happier individual. And that is very inspirational for me. I think the other major inspirational point that I've just recently discovered are individual differences. I've learned, especially with the climate of our country and the politics and everything, where it seems as though the division is almost where it's using it against each other. And I have found that learning from people that are different from you um, can be very eye-opening if you allow yourself to be open-minded.
Yeah.
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 Awesome. Well, thank you so much for sharing your time and your passion with me today. I really appreciate it. And thanks again.
Yeah, you're welcome.